All right, so we're going to take a look at this Being Ian with Jordan podcast. And who else is the guest? None other than that Steve Rannizzisi guy. And no, I know most of you have no idea who that is. You'll just remember him as the 9/11 guy, right? The comedian that lied about being at 9/11, okay? And for some reason, here we are on this podcast revisiting. For some reason. It's like, don't you want to let that go? Reinvent yourself a little bit? Nah, man, let's just fucking dive into it. But of course, this is one of fucking Ari Shafir's friends. You know, this Steve Rannizzisi is also friends with John Reap. Look into that. You'll find it to be odd. Let's see what we got here, though.
What do you mean, like after my story came out?
No, like how did that go down? I'm not even familiar with it.
It was,
like, dude, also all these comedy fans are like TMZ with like they know the ins and outs of everything. Like, how long have I known you? I've never even like looked this up. Like, I don't.
But a lot of people.
Oh, so what you're saying, Ian, is that you've watched all the commentary videos on your friends or alleged friends. You've just never had any reason to question them face to face. Is that how you decide who you allow into your basement here? Because that's not good, right? I'd be wanting to know. Hey, man, why you a piece of shit?
People don't know. Yeah, it's okay. I wrote a one-man show, then fucking COVID happened, and I had to go make money telling jokes.
Wait. Are you telling me that Steve here tried to do a one-man show based on him getting caught for lying about being at 9/11? That's almost worse than lying about being at 9/11. Trying to monetize it. What a fucking scumbag, dude. Like, to even say that. Like, hey, man, I would have cut that out for sure. You don't know how people are going to look at that? You got to be a fucking idiot. Hey, yeah, you remember how I lied about being at 9/11 and that fucking ruined my career? And people won't stop talking about it? Yeah, I tried to monetize it. How big of a piece of shit am I? Like, of course he's friends with Ari Shafir and John Reap. It only makes sense, dude. Like, the guy's not well.
Jokes, and I was like, I got to put this on the shelf. But at some point, but basically it was like life going on as usual. Doing like a press tour. My special was coming out. It was like the last season of the league was premiering. And
this is what year?
This is 2015.
Right.
So it's 10 years. 11, almost 11. So now it's like the week before all this, I'm doing press, and I just get a phone call, like a direct phone call from, and I don't remember the reporter's name now, which is crazy, but he was like, hey, I left me a voicemail. He was like, I want to talk to you from the New York Times about 9/11. And I was like, ooh.
All right, so again, you heard what Steve said. He was making money. He was already making money, dude. He was on the league. He had no reason to fabricate something along the lines of, you know, Bobby Lee's fucking, what is it, Mexico story? Okay? Why do they feel the need to do that? Like, I get being a comedian and trying to be funny, but to blatantly lie, like, to the point where we can figure it out, is dumb. That's dumb behavior. And then you become untrustworthy forever, dude. Everything you say from this point forward is going to be poked and prodded by everybody. Here you are saying that you wrote a fucking one-man show for your lies about 9/11? That's absurd. Nobody should do that. What a wicked, wicked man this guy is. No wonder he can only ever get fucking appearances on the guys that, like, hang out with Louis J. Gomez. That's about it. Other than that, you don't hear about Steve Rannizzisi.
That doesn't feel right. And then, you know, it was like from there I called my publicist, and I kind of knew. He called him back, and then I just got with all my people.
What year did you go on Stern and say that you?
So that was like this happened like in the like September like 13th, 14th.
My God. Here's what we know for sure. If he wrote a one-man show about it, he knows all the fucking details. He remembers. To sit here and like have to go through your Rolodex in your mind to try to figure out this. You're playing it up there, actor. Steve you're an actor, bro.
The article came out on the 17th of September of 2015, and I did Stern like 3 weeks later.
Wait. When did you tell the 9/11 story?
Oh, like in 2002?
Right.
or 3.
On
no,
Stern.
3. No, not on Stern.
Oh.
You're hilarious. No.
See, I don't even know.
No. I was on Marin's podcast.
Oh.
I was like number 39 or something like that on Marin's podcast.
So there you have it. He was on another comedian's podcast and felt the need to just bullshit. As if no one was going to hear it. There was no reason for people to check into it. Like it's not a big deal. And sure enough, they did. And they found out he was a fucking liar. And then here's more press for it. Now you get an interview with Howard Stern. Then you decide years later to write a one-man... I mean, it's just a gross type of person that Steve Rannizzisi is. And of course, like I said, who you associate with speaks volumes about who you are. And the fact that Ian is like, I've never even asked you about this or never found out. It's like, why would you not ask someone that you know for sure is a piece of shit why they are a piece of shit instead of inviting them into your fucking space? Oh, because of money? That's right, because of fucking money.
Podcast.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
okay.
and then I also during the Sklar Brothers. So like that was like, so back then like podcast people were like, I have a podcast, and it was like no one knew about it. No one.
Right.
So Mark was like, would you want to come do my
Go
podcast?
figure.
And I was like, yeah, I'll do it. And I figured I'm like, this is gonna be not like literally.
Yeah.
Like Mark's doing another radio show. That was what I thought it was, you know. And so we got into it, and I kind of told the story that I knew that I had, people had kind of heard about me. And then that was it. Like once that happened, I was married to it. But I was on Stern to apologize. That was like 3 weeks later.
Gotcha.
So that's when I was on Stern. That's what I thought you were referencing. Like people, when people say to me like if they want, like I just send that link to them, like the interview, and I'm like, there it is. If you don't like it after that, there's nothing else I can do with you. But that's it. Like I'm,
Yeah.
Yeah, but you might have apologized for that, Steve. What about the fact that you went on to try to do a one-man show about being a fucking scumbag? Where's the apology for that? Because that's grosser than lying about being at 9/11, trying to monetize the fact that you fucking lied. Ugh. I mean, I fully understand why Red Bar started doing what he did, okay? This type of shit is exactly why. Never forget this, okay? Every time it comes up, dude, every time you see this guy, let him fucking know. Let him have it. Make sure that, the world doesn't forget. Every time he tries to audition for a fucking TV show, send the fucking producer a goddamn email about it. Send him the link about him apologizing for lying about being at 9/11. And then we'll send him this clip where he said that he was going to fucking write a one-man show about it, or did write a one-man show. But COVID got in the way. That's why he didn't do it. It's more like, I think you came to your senses there and realized who the fuck would pay to see this garbage. Way to lean into being a fucking douchebag, Steve. Again, his name's Steve. What else do you expect from a guy named Steve? Steve-O, fucking Steve Rannizzisi. The list goes on. What is there? One good Steve? Steve Martin? That's it? I can't even think of anybody else. Point is, Steves are not great. And we're not going to forget about this, just like we're not going to forget about Brad Williams' little romp with the Carlos Mencia shit. Like, there's nothing that can redeem you now. It's over. It's done. Don't make appearances. And don't try to... I don't like the guys like Adam Ray or Louis J. Gomez and Big J or Ari Shaffir and these people try to bring these people back out like, hey, it's him. It's like, no, fuck that guy forever. What do you mean? Oh, because he's the one fucking little person, midget, whatever the fuck, in comedy we're supposed to be, because all he's doing is exploiting what he looks like. That's it. He's not funnier than the average little person. Guaranteed. They've all made the same jokes that Brad makes. He just decided to put himself on stage and attempt to be famous doing it. Fuck that guy too. Sorry, I went on a rant there, guys, but hit the like and hit the subscribe. Support this channel, and make sure that Steve never forgets that we don't forget. Until the next one.